So class, today we are going to talk about modals. Modals are the verbs which are used to tell us about the mood or the attitude of the sentence. Whenever we are saying something, whenever someone has to express their thoughts, they are going to use different words which are modals. Those modals, they basically we can call them helping word or auxiliaries also. So those are going to help us in order to express the mood of the person who is saying that sentence. For example, we have can, could, may, might, will, shall, should, like this. And the same way, we will be going through each and every one which are important for us to learn. And let's start. So basically, models, they are to tell us about the mood, or you can say mood. From mood on we have derived modal. So a modal is going to tell us about the mood of the sentence. So first modal is let us learn about can. So can is a modal which is used to talk about someone's ability. So first use of it is someone's ability. If there is a person who is able to do a task, let's say a person says that he can climb this tree, so it means that person is able to complete that task. So can is used to express ability, or if a person is saying that something is possible to be done in order to show the possibility of something to happen. Next, can is also so next, if we are going to use can, we can use it for the capacity. Capacity means, again, it is in other sense, it is the ability of something to happen. Let's say he is, we also can use in place of can use be able to, like a person is able to do this task. So ability or the capacity, they are the same thing. One more thing that is which is permission. If you are asking someone for a request, for a favor, you can go ahead and use can to ask for the permission. Now we have its past form, that is could. So one use of could is it is used in the past tense of can. So wherever you were to use can and the sentence, if it is in past tense, in that case you are going to use could. So it is the past form of can. Also, could is used for the request, but if it is a polite request. A polite request is if you are asking a person who is, let's say if you are working somewhere and if someone walks into you're working in a store, if someone walks into your store and you want to help that person, whatever that person is looking for. So instead of using can I help you, you should use could I help you. That will be more polite for you to use. So for a request which is more polite, go with could. For a normal, you can say permission for the request, you can go ahead and use can. There is one more word which is word, or you can say the modal may, that also can be used for the permission or the request. So may is a word which is rather formal. Can is a word which is used in informal ways. So whenever you ask your seniors, your parents, your teacher, if you ask them for something, if you ask them to do you a favor, you should use may. But when you're talking to your friend or someone to whom you can talk informally, in that case, you should go ahead and use can. Next model that we are going to do it is may. May, as we already talked, you can use it for the permission, but it should be a formal permission. So first use of may is for the permission. Next, you can use it for wish. For example, may you live long, may you have success in your exam, may you get a better life, whatever it is. So if you are wishing something to someone, then you can go ahead and use may. And next is possibility. So if there is a task that you think it is likely to happen, if you need to express possibility in a sentence, you can go ahead and use may. For example, let's say it may rain today, he may come to play. So if there is a situation where we need to talk about the possibilities, we can go ahead and use may in that. So next, one more use for may is purpose. Purpose is like if you are doing something, for example, let's say he may go ahead and he may take tuition classes for the exams. So in this example, this may expresses the purpose of him to take the tuition classes because that person wants to get a better result in the exam. So that's the purpose. So next is might. So it is the past form of may. So in a sentence where you have to use may in the past form, in that case we are going to use might there. Again, this is going to talk about the possibility of something is likely to happen or not, but it would be a weak possibility. It would be a weak possibility. So in case where if something is there that is less likely to happen, in order to talk about that, you are going to use might there. And also in the sentences where you have to talk about, where you have to use the past form of the may, you are going to use might there. Next that we have is ought to. So ought to, it is the verb, it is the modal that is used to talk about the duty. So if we have a duty that is needed to be done, which is you can say the responsibility of a person, so you should use ought to there. It is a necessity. For example, you are you ought to pay your taxes. So paying tax is going to help you to build nation. That is the duty of a citizen. So in that case we are going to use ought to. So next that we have is, next modal that we have, it is must. So must is used in a situation where it is the necessity, where it is the need of the hour. And in another situation where it is an obligation. Obligation is a duty that you need to perform. Or if there is a situation where we have to talk about some prohibition. Prohibition means where you ask the person not to do that task. So first is necessity. Necessity is, let's say if you are ill, then you must visit a doctor. That is the necessity, because if you are going to stay at home, that is going to make you more sick. So that is the necessity. Obligation is, let's say, you must look after your parents. That is your obligation, that is your duty. One must look after their parents. Next is prohibition. You must not walk on the floor as it is slippery, as it is just mocked. So there we are telling the person not to do that task. Next that we have is will. So will is the model that you are going to use if we talk about promise, willingness or determination. Promise is like when somebody has asked you to do something and you are going to give them a surety that whatever that the task that you are assigned with, you are going to complete it. So you are going to keep your promise. So let's say you will say, I will do that. So you have promised that definitely that work will be done. Willingness and determination. Willingness and determination, they both are, you can say, kind of related. Willingness is where you are willing to do something, where you say that definitely this is the task that I am willing without any kind of pressure. I want to do it from my side. And determination is when you have made yourself resolute, when you have decided that yes, this will be done. So in those situations where we talk about surety, where we talk about the determination, or someone who is willing to take the challenges, or someone who is going to do the tasks which are assigned, we are going to use will in that. Next model that we have, it is would. Would is used to express a situation where we have a polite request, and next where we have a frequent activities in the past. Polite request is, let's say if you are offering someone dinner, a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, so you would have their requested to be served. So you would ask them politely, would you like to have a cup of tea or coffee? So in order to check for a request in a polite way, you are going to use would. Next is frequent activities in past. So something that has been being repeated in the past on a regular basis. In order to express that, we are going to use would. For example, my father would go to school to check my performance every week. So in this activity, it has been continued for a frequent period of time. Next that we have is shall. So shall will be used in a situation where we are talking about the promise, or when we are talking about the willingness. Again, let's say, I shall help you and we shall win this match. So I shall help you, it is the situation where the person is willing to help the other person. So it is the case of willingness. Promise, we shall win the match. So you can say in that case, the team is talking about their willingness, their promise to each other that they are going to have this match won. Next thing we have is should. So you are going to use should. The first use is it is the past form of shall. In that case, you are going to use should. Next is where we have to talk about the duty. So there is something that is the duty of a person. In that case, in order to express, we are going to use should. And next is advice and suggestion. So for example, you should go home. That is, you can say, the advice or the suggestion of a person. In order to express it, we can go ahead and use should. Duty is, for example, you should be disciplined. So this is the duty of a person to, let's say, to be disciplined. In that case, we can go ahead and use should. So these are the modals and a quick overview of the modals.